What is up, y'all? Welcome to episode 2 of the Lost Kingdoms of Minecraft. This is a transformation series where I am transforming all of the Minecraft structures into something new and interesting and connected in one big story to span the length of this Minecraft world. Today, as you can see behind me, we are going to be tackling the Pillager Outpost. Now, this one, I had a little bit of difficulty at first, kind of thinking how I could change this. But I have some ideas, one of which is a dungeon, and also some carts to put these cages on, because these are kind of just plonked down in the middle of nowhere. Where are they taking these guys? These can't be the prisons. These could be attacked so easily. So these are going to turn into some carts, and there's going to be like a dungeon down there, and maybe some other cool stuff on the inside, and just a little bit of changes to the outside of the outpost. So yeah, I'm just going to, no further delay, jump right into the time lapse.
Here it is, the finished transformation of the Pillager Outpost. It was actually a really fun transformation. I enjoyed the boat. The sail is a little goofy, but I really like it. Now, the Pillagers, if you remember from last episode, are kind of like pirates. They go around the Minecraft world and kind of just steal things to get rich. So they build these outposts around the world for their villagers to stay at while they're on their raids, and then they take all the collected treasure and prisoners on occasion and transport them to the Woodland Mansion. Now, let me show you around the transformation a bit. You can kind of see I built these little like spiky walls here. These are kind of like little fortress walls to keep anybody who may try to come in and take something, keep them away or at bay. And so they build those around their outpost. Then I added a little Ravager stables, and I also added some little carts that are pulled by Ravagers, of course, some transporting goods and some transporting prisoners like iron golems. And yeah, there's a pile of treasure back here, a little archery range over here that I really like. I like the idea, all the pillagers have bows, so I like the idea that they, target practice when they're not on raids. As well as like their kind of camping area. They all got beds and just a little setup. These are exactly like the tents that are spawned in vanilla. Except for the bed, that's all I added. I also added this little outpost right here. Just thought it was kind of cute on this little hill. The door's down here, and then there's little spy spy holes, and then of course the top. Now the outpost itself, you will have saw in the time lapse if you watched it that I built it once and it was way too big, I thought, and so I kind of took it down and then rebuilt it in a correct size. I switched the stone from cobblestone to stone bricks. I thought it was a little more, I don't know, I thought it looked a little better, and then I also did a different pattern on the downstairs part and removed the windows. And then up here I added some more spikes, as well as kind of an open air area, as well as a bell. Oh, never mind, no bell. I left the original loot. I thought that was a neat detail, just to play to the vanilla. And I, up on the top, added a crossbow, because I thought that would be fitting. So this crossbow can actually turn 360 degrees, fire in any direction. I guess it's more like a ballista than a crossbow, but pretty cool, I think. I also used, there's a command you can use to get invisible item frames, and so I used that command and I got invisible item frames and just put some arrows around. And then down in the Pillager outpost itself, you have, of course, the raid captain's like quarters. So he doesn't stay in the tent, he actually lives in the outpost itself. So this is his little room. And then down here is kind of their armory, where they keep armor and weapons for when they go on raids. And then I also added this little dungeon wing down here, and some just have bones, I mean just little cells where they keep prisoners. You know, some don't have mobs, some have like villagers. That's Nate. Some have wandering traders, or some I actually put like a skeleton in here. So, you know, just some basic decorations in here, but this is where they keep prisoners until they're ready to transport them to the Woodland Mansion. Sorry about my voice. I think I might be getting laryngitis. I had a cold over the weekend, and my voice left, and I hope it comes back before like 4 weeks. I've had it go away for 4 weeks before, which was not fun at all. Anyways, oh, I also liked these trees that I made. They kind of start with like the mud and dripstone brown colors and go into like a gray. And I really like that. I mean, these were kind of done quickly and not super well, but maybe one day I'll revisit this color palette for a tree if I ever find myself basing in this biome, which I don't know why you would, but you could, and you could do trees like this. So anyways, I do hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit short. I didn't expect it to be as short as it was. Whenever I started editing, I was like, oh, that's not even hardly long enough to be a video. So maybe for some of the other smaller transformations, I'll do a couple in each episode. But we'll see. Get that tree. I need to add more leaves to that. I'm not going to. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you have a good day. I hope you have your voice. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode. And be on the lookout for a new survival series. Leave a comment and a like if you enjoyed the video, and maybe subscribe, because we're really close to 100. Anyways, bye guys.